Hi, this is Phoenix City Councilman Sal DiCiccio, and today we've taken the On the Issues program on the road. And we're going to some of my favorite places throughout the entire city of Phoenix, and we're going to be talking to some of my most favorite people. We're starting off the segment here with Monalou Callery. She runs Cup of Karma coffee shops in the city of Phoenix. The city of Phoenix has over 50,000 calls a year related to domestic violence, our number one call. And it's people like Monalou, who are angels that are out there helping us with this issue that we have. And they employ survivors here in the Cup of Karma. Tell us a little bit about what you do and how you got started, and tell us a little bit about your coffee shop concept.
We actually employ survivors of domestic violence and sexual abuse. We started our first coffee shop in 2008. A former business owner, local business owner, donated one coffee shop to us. And it's not just a coffee shop. We don't sell coffee, we sell our mission. And the women who live in our homes and former women, as well as community volunteers, run both coffee shops. We have two today, and we actually employ some of them full-time now.
And how many women do you employ?
Right now we have about 5 full-time women who have gone through our program that work in both of our coffee shops.
And they're all survivors of domestic violence?
They're all survivors, like myself.
Yes. Well, tell us a little bit about your coffee shop, and let's hear a little bit about your story too. Now, your coffee shop is called Cup of Karma.
Community Cafe for a Cause, and it's all part of Cup of Karma is just one aspect of what we do. The National Advocacy and Training Network is our nonprofit agency, and we do training, public awareness, public education around the issues of domestic violence, sexual abuse, and substance abuse. Cup of Karma is our coffee shops, and we keep it consistent with Cup of Karma Chandler, Cup of Karma Phoenix, Cup of Karma Mesa. And Seeds is our housing program where women can live up to 2 years or longer, however long it does take, which we are a little different in the housing aspect of serving battered and sexually abused women, in that we don't put a time frame on how long women and children can stay. It's however long it takes.
Well, the city of Phoenix has over 50,000 calls a year related to domestic violence. That's our number one call that we have. So we always need what I call angels like yourself in the community to help us, but your concept is one that's fantastic. You don't take any government money, and it's all based on training women. Is that correct?
Yes, we actually utilize a workforce development aspect of working with the women, and by creating businesses with our nonprofits, we generate revenue that in turn goes back into supporting the housing programs. We absolutely depend on donations and private donations as well, but we depend much less on state funding, which we don't receive any.
Well, you do that for a reason, because you want to make sure that women are trained, and you want to make sure that they fit into a model that fits out in the outside world, rather than getting people in and then getting them out quickly. You want to make sure that they're trained and they're sustainable when they get on their own. Is that correct?
Right, that is the goal. When we work with women, we have a 3 to 4 month training program, and women who are interested in learning how it's much more than working at a coffee shop or making an espresso. We teach them how to run a business, they might want to go on and open their own small businesses after they leave us. So from when they come in till the time they leave, they are much more self-sufficient and able to depend on themselves once they leave our program.
So what you want to do is you want to make sure that the survivors are able to get on their feet and stay on their feet and be able to be independent.
Right. You know, there's no reason that many women won't have to depend on public assistance and government assistance themselves. Once they leave our program and beyond, that they can, use those skills in another area as well, or open their own business. And we also teach entrepreneurship type programs for them as well, and we provide them with resources, where there's funding and loans to help them establish their own business.
Well, I have found you to be one of the most interesting people I've ever met, just because of your story that you have, and also what you've been able to get accomplished in our community. And the fact that you're doing it without any taxpayer money, you're doing it all on donations. I want to make sure you let the public know, your phone number of how they can reach you, your website or an email address, and then the second thing, just tell them a little bit about your personal story and how you've been able to receive national recognition for the work that you've been doing.
Well, I'm a survivor of domestic violence myself, and it was more than 30 years ago, but I honestly have to say a whole lot hasn't changed in some of the places where we hope that will keep us safe. And especially in the domestic violence programs, with the time frames on how long it can take you to get back on your feet, we need to get a little less lax with that.
And what I find you to be one of the more interesting people I've ever met is that you were able to say, these are the skill sets that I've always needed in my life and what I need to do to become independent. And you were able to employ it here with your fabulous cup of karma.
Mm-hmm. Yes, as a survivor myself, and knowing that one of the things that prevented me from leaving was, what could I do? I was totally dependent on his income and his family status, and without any job skills of my own, I realized pretty quickly that women need to become self-sufficient in order to have that long-term safety net. But in creating the Cup of Karma and creating businesses, one of the we were sort of blessed in a sense with, we were discovered by ABC television, and we were on the Secret Millionaire show, August 11th, 2013, I believe that was the date that it finally aired, and it gave us national recognition about our concept and our model and how we use the businesses along with the nonprofits and the housing and the training together to create this massive public awareness about the issue of domestic violence, sexual abuse.
You created a model that nobody else has been able to create. You teach women independence, and at the same time the skill sets that they need to have to be able to survive, all based on your own personal experience. Can you let our viewers know a phone number and a website that they can go to maybe help if you could ask them for a little help?
If anybody needs help, the numbers they can call are 602-369-7792 or 602-488-1295.
And anyone listening to this can also make a contribution to those numbers.
Absolutely.
You need that
We
too. I know you're always
need that.
focused on the survivors, but at the same time you've got to ask for a little help to be able to help you out, Monalou. Thank you, and God bless for everything that you do. You've been fantastic to our community, and we're very blessed to have you.
Thank you, Sal.
Mm-hmm.
7,000 high school students drop out every school day. Let's catch them before it's too late. To start helping students in your community, visit boostup.org.
I'm here now with Nancy Keane with the Safeway Foundation. We're still at Cup of Karma Coffee Shop. And tell us a little bit about yourself, Nancy, because there's so many people like yourself that do so much work in our community, and you're so involved with helping out and helping victims of domestic violence, but you do other things with Phoenix Children's Hospital. So
Yes.
tell us a little bit about your program and what you do.
Sal, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Safeway Foundation is very busy and active throughout the state of Arizona. We have this holiday season partnered with Phoenix Children's Hospital, and we are selling beautiful cards that have been created by patient artists from the hospital. This year we're also selling ornaments from Phoenix Children's Hospital. All proceeds raised goes back to support the Center for Blood Disorders at PCH. And you know, that hospital performs miracles each and every day. We're truly blessed to have such a world-renowned facility here in Phoenix. So it's a pleasure that the Safeway Foundation can get behind the holiday cards this year again, and the ornaments as well.
And but you do other things too, breast screening for women. I mean, just tell us a lot about, I mean,
We
first of all,
do.
you spend a considerable amount every year.
Right, we give out in Arizona, this past year we gave out about $4.1 million through the Safeway Foundation. That money included huge food donations to support the daily work that's being done at St. Mary's Food Bank and St. Vincent de Paul Society, and food banks from as far north as Page and as far south as Nogales. So we have all the food bank donations that are going on every single day, and we quietly do that work. But then in addition to that, we fund breast cancer research down at the University of Arizona. We fund prostate cancer research through TGen and through other organizations within the Arizona community. In addition to that, we support literally hundreds, if not thousands, of nonprofits throughout the year, from horse therapy programs that work with individuals with disabilities. We are also Arizona's largest employer of people with disabilities. 4.3% of our workforce has some form of a disability.
Wow.
So we have a close working relationship with Gompers. We've built a miniature grocery store inside Gompers where we are training people day in and day out to have careers with Safeway, people that otherwise would have a difficult time finding employment.
Well, Safeway stores has made a commitment to taking a portion of their profits to make sure that it goes to nonprofits throughout the entire valley and the entire state of Arizona. And one of the things that you're working on too is this million can. Tell us a little bit about the million cans that you're trying to collect and the amount of, and where this money is going to be going and where the cans are going to be going.
So through the month of November, we have partnered with St. Vincent de Paul Society, and KNIX, Ben and Matt, are a partner of ours as well for the Million Can Crusade. And so we just asked for people to look for this bag. And this bag contains shelf-stable items that St. Vincent de Paul can use throughout the calendar year and that is in desperate need for families this holiday season. So when you go into Safeway, pick up one of these bags, and as it comes in, St. Vincent de Paul will get it out immediately in real time to families in need.
So in this holiday season, when people are shopping at Safeway, buying a turkey or buying other foods for their holiday get-togethers, a portion of that's going to be going to the nonprofits throughout the entire valley, including what we just saw with domestic violence and places like that too.
Absolutely.
That's fantastic.
Sal, one other thing that we're doing is we're doing a turkey for turkey match. So if you go into Safeway and you pick up a turkey and you donate it to St. Mary's Food Bank, the Safeway Foundation is matching it with another turkey.
Same weight?
Same, we're going to try to. We're calculating the weight by pound. So we are going to try to get it as close as possible. Last year, we did it for the first time. It worked beautifully. And St. Mary's needs to collect 30,000 turkeys this holiday season.
Wow, that's fantastic. I'm really appreciative for everything that you do. And the reason I wanted to make sure you were on the program is I want to make sure that the public gets a chance to see the people like yourselves, the organizations like yourself, the companies like yourself that do so much for our community that nobody even knows about sometimes because you do it only because of the goodness of your heart, not because anything else is happening.
Safeway is a great company. The Safeway Foundation is a nonprofit. It's a 501c3. So we are in line, lockstep with Arizona nonprofits. If anyone wants more information, I encourage them to call me directly and visit safewayfoundation.org. Our grant application process is very simple, and we review grants on a quarterly basis.
Nancy, thank you so much for everything you do for our community, and thank you for being on the program today.
Thank you, Sal. Happy holidays.
You too, Nancy.
How you doing? My name's Steve. My family's lived in this neighborhood for years. Recently, things got so tight, we had to go to our local food bank for help. I lost a lot of sleep worrying about what the neighbors might think. That is until I saw them there, too. How'd I do, Steve?
A little stiff. You could have done a little better.
What? Come on. You know, I have an Academy Award.
Yeah, but not for playing me.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
I'm back with On the Issues, and now we're at one of my most favorite places to go. It's the Boys and Girls Club of Phoenix. Now, a lot of people don't realize, I've got Tim Emory with me, but Tim, a lot of people don't realize that I'm a product of the Boys and Girls Club, as are, I think, 3 other members of the council as well. So tell us a little bit about the Boys and Girls Club and all the things that you do, and the leadership qualities, and the educational component after school that you provide for a lot of the children. In
Absolutely,
our
absolutely. And I like to say, you know, we build these kids into leaders who are actually leading our city, which I think is a fantastic thing. So the clubs are here. We're a safe place for kids to be after school. The most dangerous time for kids to be alone is from 3 to 7 p.m. So, you know, that's when out of school and before parents get home. So we provide an environment where they can learn education, they can do arts, they can do sports, things that maybe aren't around in school anymore. And we also provide them a snack when they get here and a hot meal. So we served over 287,000 hot meals last year. We're second only to the schools in regard to that amount of meals served.
Contribution based.
Absolutely.
Tell us about, you know, what expectations of a child to be able to come here.
Yep, it's you have to be in school. That's really the only requirement. And then it's $30 for the school year. So that comes out to about $2.50 a month for our kids. And so it's a great way to get here. We have a lot of well-trained employees, a lot of people who could be out teaching school, but they choose to be here directly working with the kids every day.
A lot of people don't realize that a lot of children don't have the opportunity to go somewhere after school, so they're pretty much left alone. This gives them that opportunity to be in a place that's a safer environment. They may not be safe at home, they may not be safe in other places, but they have nice, safe environment as you have provided here in this Boys and Girls Club of Phoenix.
For sure. Not only does it provide them a place to do their homework, there's a program called the Power Hour, which guarantees an hour that they will get their homework done, you know, any kid in all the way up through high school. But one of the great stats that we have is 83% of our parents can work because of the clubs. So they can have a second job. They can go to school to really better themselves and better their family to get where they can be more comfortable living.
Let's walk around. Let's look at some of the programs that you have and some of the computers. A lot of this was donated.
Yes, this was all donated by Insight. The kids are generally doing an education-based game. So we like to say, you know, it's like a casserole with broccoli and all these things, you know, and cheese, and we stuff that broccoli in. You know, and they don't know it.
Well, they're doing a lot of good work here. This one little girl here wanted to make sure we got her attention. What are you working on over here? You doing some Google?
Games.
Playing games? Well, that's a good thing too. How old are you?
We have to play.
5. Oh my gosh, I remember that age.
I know.
I've got 2 little girls, 2 twins. I'm very proud of them too. You know, I was very lucky in my life that we had a Boys and Girls Club because my parents were real poor. We didn't have much money, and it was the only place that I could go that was after hours. Yep. My parents had to work. That's just what happened in our family. No different than a lot of the kids that are here too.
No, and I always like to say I wish I had a Boys and Girls Club. I would have loved to go there, but you know, I was fortunate to come from a good, solid middle-class family, and what really helps me in my job is I can leave, especially at this time of year when you walk out of here at 6 o'clock and it's dark. I knew when I was that age, dinner was on the table, I was there safe, you know, and there's still 150, 200 kids in here who don't have the opportunity to go home yet. So that's why we're really happy that we're here for them.
And this may be the only meal a lot of these children get after hours.
Well, there was a time when some of our kids weren't sure if they would eat on an everyday basis. We know during the school year they'll get lunch, sometimes breakfast. During the summer, we weren't sure that they'd always eat. So that's why we make sure that we provide at least one hot, nutritious meal and that snack for them every day.
And that's 250,000 meals you provide.
So that's about 288,000 to our 12 clubs. We really, you know, we're Boys and Girls Clubs of Metro Phoenix, so we're at about Greenway and 29th Street, down here to 7th Avenue and Southern, and then everything west of here. So we reach about 23,000 kids every year, and a lot of times we are, you know, we're here to try and break that cycle. We want to make them make better decisions in life. So we have these programs that teach them how to just, you know, make that better decision so they aren't being adjudicated or incarcerated. Maybe they won't make that wrong choice with a young man. And so then we are actually saving our taxpayers about $500 million a year from what we can do with the money that we raise for the clubs.
Well, what are some of the things that citizens can do to help out? I mean, I know I'm a huge supporter,
Yep.
only because I've been a product of the Boys and Girls, so I know what you've done.
Well, we do a lot of events. You know, we have large fundraisers every year, but this is really the time of year to talk about the Arizona State Tax Credit Program. So an
Tell us
individual
about
can donate $200. If you're married, you can donate $400 to any qualified nonprofit. You actually go to the state website and find out where that is. But the great thing is you can also donate to the public school or you can donate to a private school. So say you're married, you can donate up to $1,200 to those 3 entities and get every dollar back with your taxes in April.
So I want to make sure the public understands this, and I want to make sure everybody understands this. When you make a donation to the Boys and Girls Club, you literally get that as a credit back on your taxes. So if you give $500, you actually get $500 back on your taxes. That's a critical component that I think
Correct.
the public
It's
needs to
actually
understand.
$400, just so we're
$400,
sure.
okay.
But yeah, and they've really made it incredibly easy. It used to be that you had to itemize taxes, a few other hoops that you may have to jump through. But now it's if you pay taxes, you're eligible for this credit. And again, you know, education is our biggest, or it's the best way for us to maximize this program because again, even you weren't sure. You know, you gave to a school, but you didn't know that you could give to the nonprofit.
Right.
You didn't know you could give to the public. So, and just another kind of fun fact is that when you do get your money, you actually get more back on your federal return than you would have without donating.
Yeah.
So there's all kinds of benefits to doing this. And you're going to be giving this money through your taxes anyway. This is just a way for you to direct it somewhere else where you know that you're putting your stamp and helping the community.
And really, I got to tell you, for my family, we'd rather direct the monies to where we want it to go. And I'm hoping that some of the people that are watching this today would actually look at this and encourage them to donate to the Boys and Girls Club, as well as the other schools in their, in their neighborhood as well.
And that's what we say. You know, we hope it goes to the clubs, but we hope you give somewhere is the bottom line. But one of the great things that we can tell our people to donate to us, that for every dollar we receive, we return that into $19.33 worth of savings to the community. So that's where I get that $500 million number. And so again, you know, you're paying less for services. Somebody has to pay for them. So it's coming from your taxes. So this is a way for you to really point those somewhere else where you know it's going to these kids on an everyday basis.
Privately run. So I want to thank everybody for listening in today. You've had a great opportunity to see quite a few things and quite a few special things that I believe to be strong in our community. We've got angels like we saw with domestic violence, those individuals involved in the Safeway funding project, and now the Boys and Girls Club. So we've got a lot of positive things happening in our community, and it's because of people like yourself, and it's a lot because of the people that work on domestic violence issues and those that work with charitable organizations. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you're able to watch us next time. We're going to be in studio. Thanks for listening to On the Issues. I'm Sal DiCiccio, and have a great day. Thank you.